Only on WRAL, a Carthage family is suing Moore County schools after they say their special needs son was assaulted in the classroom. The federal lawsuit filed last October is now making its way through the courts. The family says a teacher's assistant slapped Matthew Wells when he was in high school, knocking him to the floor. In this WRAL investigation, the family says what followed is a frustrating struggle for information and for changes so this doesn't happen to another family.
Matthew, say hi.
Hi.
Matthew Wells is energetic and athletic. He also lives with the most severe form of autism, so he's prone to challenges with speaking and interacting with people.
He might be able to say, for example, I want water, but he can't explain to you what happened to him yesterday.
On September 16, 2021, when he was 17 years old and a student at Pinecrest High School, Matthew's behavior suddenly changed.
One of his things that he does after school, it's almost like clockwork. He's in the door, he takes his shoes off, he goes to the gym and he exercises. And, you know, that day he just went back to his room and laid down and went to bed.
Matthew's parents, Chris and Leslie Wells, say a new teacher's assistant started in Matthew's special needs class that day. And when they picked Matthew up from school, the principal and vice principal brought Matthew out to the car.
We did ask, like, hey, what's going on here? And, you know, the answer was something to the extent of, well, there was a little incident, but everybody's fine.
Matthew became hesitant to go to school, yet he seemed to bounce back to normal in 4 to 5 days. Then came a call from an officer with the Moore County Schools Police Department.
The guy said he wanted to talk to us about the assault on our son, and we were like, what? Assault? And he said, yeah, this 2 weeks ago. And we were like, this is the first we've heard about it.
But are the whole time you thinking, what happened to my son?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And they wouldn't give you an answer?
No.
Chris Wells called the principal. Still no answers.
And she said again that she wasn't in the classroom, she had no knowledge of it.
After multiple phone calls and letters to administrators asking about policy and process, the Wells say they kept hitting roadblocks, including from the police.
And I just very point blank said, sir, I'm giving you one more chance, as a decent human being, just let us know, like, what happened to our son. And he said, I'm not going to speak to you.
It wasn't until the main special needs teacher eventually and hesitantly talked to the Wells. What did she say happened?
He had like an open hand slap across Matthew's face.
And he knocked him on the floor.
The police report echoes what the parents were told. Charges were filed against the teacher's assistant for assault on a handicapped person. The TA was later found not guilty. He did not return our call for comment. In response to several of my questions regarding this incident, Moore County Schools only responded in part, keep in mind that allegations in a complaint are nothing more than allegations, not the full story. At this time, we cannot make further comments regarding pending litigation. The Wells say they never intended to file a lawsuit against the school system and the teacher's assistant. However, they felt compelled to advocate for other parents like them, which is why they're now taking this case to federal court. They also want to bring attention to training for those who work with special needs students.
How did they get to where, they either have ill-equipped or undertrained individuals working with some of the most vulnerable students in the county? It's hard to feel like your kids are going to be safe there.
Now, court documents show the teacher's assistant, who the family says hit Matthew Wells, resigned the next day. I asked the school district several questions, including what is the policy to notify parents of an incident regarding their child at school? And what is the training required for teachers and teacher assistants when it comes to special needs students? Moore County Schools would not address any of those questions.